Welcome to part 13 of Free Will Summer, where today we're watching Saw 2. I saw the first movie like maybe a year ago, and I really liked it. With Saw 2, I really don't know what to expect. I've heard people say it's great, I've heard people say it's bad. I don't know. But going in, Saw 2. Yo, that was a banger. Yeah, I thought that was a banger. I think that was great. Now, some people say this is an awful movie, and I really don't see why. I think this was pretty great, but also some people say it's better than the first movie, and it's just not. I'll go with you that it's great, but I won't go that far. Now, the first Saw is not a perfect movie. I think the editing is really weird. The way it keeps cutting back to previous things, and the passage of time is strange. Now, Saw 2 still has that crackhead editing, which is, it's part of the franchise. I don't think it would be quite the same without it. But it's a more straightforward movie. The passage of time isn't really an issue. It's clear, unless it's trying to directly misdirect you, which was a really good part of the movie. It ups the gore, and it has great callbacks to the last movie. I really want to watch the third movie now. I like seeing more of Tobin Bell in this movie. His screen time was pretty limited in the first movie, so seeing a lot more of him in this movie is... Well, YouTube has failed me because I was trying to search for the clip where he was like, "Could I get a glass of water? I would very much appreciate that." But just cut the part where he says, "I appreciate that." I appreciate him being in more of this movie. The gore in this movie is good. I like most of the traps. And when I say most of, if you've seen the movie, or if you're a Saw fan, without me even telling you, you might know, because it's the stupidest one. And that is where I'm going to go into spoilers. Yeah, it's absolutely the razor box trap. What? That has to be, like, one of the dumbest kills I've ever seen in a horror movie.
No, 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 no! Wait! Wait!
I take it all back. But, of course, the standout trap in this movie is the needle pit. Wow, that hurt to watch. That is a painful scene. I'm afraid of needles, so that didn't help. I like the oven or furnace or whatever as well. That was a tense scene. The twist of the movie is good. Personally, I don't think it's quite as explosive and amazing as the twist in the first movie. And seeing the bathroom from the first movie was mind-blowing. And how that one dude got, like, his throat slashed with the saw from the first movie. Adam's rotting corpse, along with Zepp's dead body, and finally seeing what Dr. Gordon's severed foot looked like. When that one dude just, like, cut the back of his neck to see what the number was. That was brutal, even if it is kind of a little bit of a rehash of Dr. Gordon sawing off his foot. At least this time, it showed it in all its glorious, gory, gruesome details. Little detail, but when Amanda woke up, it kind of reminded me of how John woke up at the end of the last movie. Of course, that amazing callback with "Game over!" The movie has a good mystery because you really don't know where things are going and how it all fits together because you assume everything's happening at the same time, but it's not, and that's where it gets you. And it has the biggest bruh moment we've had in one of these movie reviews since Buried's ending. When it's revealed Eric Matthews' whole, storyline was pretty meaningless because his son was safe the whole time, and so he just put himself in a trap for nothing. And even worth, no, I'm leaving that in the video. And even worse is that he was like 10 feet away from him the whole time. The story of Eric Matthews actually works really well because he was a crooked cop and he fully fits Jigsaw's morality. People who will argue that that Jigsaw is right and he's a good guy, You know, watching this movie really does back that up, and watching the first movie backs up the other side. A lot of evidence that he's super wrong and he's super evil and he's just a criminal who deserves to die comes from the first movie, but a lot of stuff that he's a good guy comes from this movie because everybody he kills, or I've never killed a man in my life. Yeah, right, Jigsaw. But everybody that dies in this movie deserves it. Or at least was a bad person that fit his code. Even the police officers that got injured, I don't think die. Which is a pretty strong contrast from the first movie where Detective Singh gets shot in the head in cold blood. Rest in peace, King. Really the GOAT. He was such a good, likable character. And that is your strongest argument that Jigsaw is really, truly a bad guy. But even the way that the kid is, fully unharmed, yeah, he'll get psychological scars, but he didn't have to, cut one of his limbs off. So yeah, I think Saw 2 is a great addition to the franchise, what I've seen so far. It builds on the things that I liked from the first movie. It has good carnage. It has, the twist. It has tension. I like that. It's just, it doesn't quite reach the same highs that the first movie does. The only real thing it has over it is the, kills. And I like how they flesh out Jigsaw a little bit more. So I think it's a very, a solid sequel, and I like it. I definitely want to watch Saw 3 now, because, I've heard more mixed things on that one as well. Some people love it, some people hate it. I haven't heard good things about, and I have no interest in Saws 4 through 9, but I've heard really good things about Saw X, and I'm actually really interested in that one. And since it's a prequel before 4, and I think before 3 as well, I might finish out the trilogy and then watch Saw X. That might be my plan, or maybe I'll just commit to it and watch all of them. But that's a tall order, and I honestly don't care to watch all of them. Maybe I will someday, but it seems like the quality of them goes down real fast. As far as whatever the next review is on this Free Will Summer, I think, Saw 3 is a real possibility now. Or I want to start watching the Evil Dead movies, and I also want to see The Lost Boys, because it's on Tubi. Whatever it may be, I hope to see you then.
Game over.